How do herbivores get their food? Herbivores feed on autotrophic organisms or products, meaning that they depend on living organisms that can make their own food, including plants and algae, for their food, specifically herbivores that occupy the second level in the food chain. This describes the transfer of energy between organisms. Products occupy the first level, and carnivores and hulags occupy the third level. Well-known examples of herbivores are cows, horses, giraffes, and iguanas. Types of herbivores. Some herbivores feed on any plant material they obtain. This includes elephants that eat tree bark, twigs, roots, and fruits, in addition to herbs. Some herbivores specialize in eating specific parts of the plant only, such as bees that feed on flower nectar and pollen, and fits that feed on plant sap only. Other examples of some types of herbivores that specialize in eating specific parts of plants include frugivore. These are herbivores that feed mainly on fruits. Examples are fruit bats and the giant fruit bat, also known as the flying fox. Folivore. These are herbivores that feed mainly on tree leaves. Examples include the panda, koala, and giraffe. Xylophages. Examples include termites and long-horned Asian beetles. Detritivore. These are herbivores that consume dead organic matter, including the remains of plants, animals, fungi, and decomposing algae. An example is the earthworm. Characteristics of herbivores. Herbivores often have physical characteristics that help them eat tough and difficult to digest plant materials due to the presence of a cell wall surrounding their cells. The most important of these characteristics are the following. Asterisk, many herbivores have broad molars that help them grind leaves and herbs. Asterisk, ruminants. A type of herbivorous animals, such as sheep and deer, have a stomach divided into 4 chambers that enables them to digest plant materials with high efficiency. The digestion process begins in the first chamber, which contains bacteria that break down and soften plant particles. Then the food is returned to the mouth again and chewed again. It then moves to the second chamber, where there are chemicals that help digest difficult plant materials, and from there to the third chamber, then to the fourth. How do carnivores get their food? Carnivores depend on the meat of the animals they hunt for their food. The prey of carnivores is often herbivores, but from time to time they eat other meat eaters or omnivores. Carnivores are classified depending on the degree of their consumption of meat into 3 types. Asterisk, hypercarnivores. These are carnivores whose diet consists of at least 70% meat. They are also known as obligate carnivores. Examples include the polar bear, lion, tiger, and snake. Mesocarnivores. These are carnivores whose diet consists of at least 50 to 70% of meat. The rest of their food consists of vegetables, fruits, fungi, and nuts. T in these animals are small to medium in size. Examples are the fox and the raccoon. Asterisk hypocarnivores. These are carnivores, but meat makes up less than 30% of their diet, and most of their food consists of grains, plants, fruits, roots, and nuts. This type of carnivore can also be classified within the group of continental animals. Examples include the gray bear and black bear. Characteristics of carnivores. The following are the most important characteristics that distinguish carnivores. Asterisk most carnivores have huge incisor teeth that enable them to cut the meat and tendons of prey very efficiently. They also have powerful mouths and jaws that enable them to smash the bones and cartilage of prey. Most carnivores have a large skull. Most of the carnivores have sharp eyesight and hearing. Most carnivores are characterized by their ability to run nimbly and at high speeds. Predatory birds, such as eagles and owls, have strong hooked beaks, strong claws, and sharp claws. Carnivores have evolved hunting behaviors that enable them to catch their prey and immobilize it. For example, wolves use their sharp teeth, while owls use their claws, snakes use poison, and spiders wrap their prey with threads to immobilize them. Carnivores have simple digestive systems. How do continental animals get their food? Omnivores depend on plants as their main source of energy, but they also consume meat on a regular basis, and thus differ from herbivores that are forced to eat meat in exceptional circumstances. They differ from them in that their digestive system is not qualified to digest some substances found in grains or other plants that are not produced fruits. The gargoyle group includes many animals that were believed to be herbivores, such as squirrels that feed mainly on nuts, fruits, and seeds, but sometimes eat insects and small birds. This also includes animals that were believed to be carnivores, such as red foxes that feed mainly on rabbits, but they also eat fruit. Animals in the gargoyle group includes most birds, many mammals, some reptiles, and some fish, such as opal fish and some insects. Characteristics of omnivores. The following are the main distinguishing characteristics of omnivores. Some omnivores, like a raccoon, have sharp front teeth that enable them to cut meat and large molars that enable them to chew plants. They also have long fingers that enable them to catch their prey and reach fruits and plants at the same time. The digestive system of omnivores is less complex than the digestive system of herbivores, but it is not as simple as the digestive system of carnivores. That is, it can be considered an intermediate state between the two groups as it is able to process some plant materials and deal with more solid plant materials by leaving it as is and discarding it as waste instead of trying to digest it. Carnivores are able to live and thrive in a wide variety of environments, thanks to their ability to adapt to live in places where prey abounds. Any areas suitable for carnivores to live and areas where vegetation is abundant, which are suitable areas for herbivores to live.